everybody, welcome to the story behind the Brew Season 4.
And today we are in the city of La Pine, Oregon, which was originally established back in the early 1900s, and it was incorporated in 2006, making it the youngest incorporated town in the state of Oregon.
La Pine was originally settled in 1897 or early 1800s, and then in 1910 it became La Pine. Before that it was called Rossland, and then in 1910 it became La Pine. So we are out here not too far from Bend.
No, we're about 30 miles south of Bend right now.
About 30 miles.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful area out here
is.
in eastern Oregon. There's so much to see, Dave.
There is.
There's so many breweries, cideries, distilleries. So we're kind of getting our way back over here. Our first episode was in Bend with the cider company. And now we're back again to do some more cider with an up-and-coming cider company. Dave, who are we going to see?
We are going to go see Legend Cider right here in La Pine.
Legend Cider, the legend.
Yes, this is going to be interesting.
So I'm excited to learn the story. I hope you guys are. Sit back, relax, grab a cider, and hit the subscribe button. We're about to go learn the story behind the brew
Of Legend Cider.
Welcome to the story behind the brew. We are here at Legend Cider in La Pine, Oregon. Very cute little town. Very awesome spot. Very beautiful in here. Thank you so much for sitting down with us.
Thanks for
Really
coming.
excited to learn the story here. So guys, make sure you subscribe because we're out here doing this on our own dime. So the least you could do is hit the subscribe button and leave a like. Go check them out on their social media link below. And come on out here to Eastern Oregon. Stop in, grab a cider.
Central Oregon.
Central Oregon.
Central.
Yeah.
Oregon. Central Oregon.
Spoken like a true Roseburger.
Is
That's true. You know what?
Isn't he?
That is true.
My grandma still says I live in Eastern Oregon.
No, this is Central Oregon.
That's okay.
Okay,
East
Central Oregon.
Cascades.
All right, guys. So let's dive into it. How about you tell us where you grew up? Where did you grow up?
Yeah, so my husband and I are both from Southern Oregon. I'm from Ashland, Oregon originally, and my husband's from Gold Beach.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Nice.
native Oregonians.
Yeah, we're spread out all around Oregon.
Yeah.
Right on. So what got you into making cider? What got you into the cider world?
So this is about 10 years ago, and there were a lot less options on the scene for ciders in general, but also for gluten-free options.
Yeah,
and
that's
we
true.
owned a food cart at the time, which was parked at Crux Brewery in Bend. We were
Okay.
the third food cart in
Oh,
Central
cool.
Oregon, if you can believe that. Now there's,
Probably 1,000.
hundreds,
Enough to
thousands,
make their own
whatever.
city.
Yeah, exactly. So we were parked at Crux Brewery, and we were part of the brewery scene there. And so as a result, we were having shifties with all the folks that work at Crux, enjoying their delicious beer. And my husband was having some inflammation. His doctor was like, why don't you try going gluten-free for a little bit and see how that does? And at the time, there were really no options. There was not really any gluten-free beers on the market.
Yeah.
He's not a wine drinker, didn't want a martini at 3 in the afternoon. So he ended up trying some ciders. And at the time he found that they were all too dry or too sweet. And so he was like, I really want to create a beverage that is gluten-free, apple-based, and something that is just really well balanced. So it came from the palate of a beer drinker. So we like
Okay.
to call ourselves the beer drinkers cider. We actually use a beer yeast instead of a cider yeast, which kind of sets us apart from a lot of the ciders on the market. So we
Okay.
capture a lot more of folks who don't typically enjoy ciders. They actually really like ours because it's not as filling as a beer,
Right.
still gluten-free, but fruit forward and pretty well balanced. We don't like anything to be too sugary or
Right.
too dry. We really want everyone to finish their first pint and want another one.
Yeah.
And not say,
Gotcha.
okay, I'm glad that's done now. I'm
Yeah,
switching
yeah.
to something else. You know what I mean?
I love it. All right.
Yeah.
So what do we got here that you poured for us?
So that's our Columbia Gorge grape, which
Columbia Gorge.
is flavored with actual grape juice. One of my personal
Interesting.
favorites. Yes.
Sweet.
And the one that you're holding is the Pacific Pineapple Orange Guava.
Okay.
Which is flavored with those juices.
I can smell
of
it just having it.
course.
I'm just like, I really want to try
Yeah,
this.
All right,
yeah.
let's try it, Dave.
All right.
Our first
Cheers.
time, I've only had one sip of a Legend cider before this, and this is going to be the first.
Yeah, this is my first time.
dive in.
Period.
What's the ABV on these?
Oh, working cidery. You can hear our
Yeah.
CO2 tank going on. ABV on all of our ciders is 6%.
Nice.
Again, that was designed to match the craft brew industry.
Okay.
We're working on a lighter ABV cider that will be coming out sometime later this year, probably. But yeah, all of ours sit at about 6%.
Nice.
All right, on. All right, Dave. Here
Good.
we go.
It's good.
Yeah, right?
Ooh.
You're right. It's
Yeah.
right in the middle of, the sweeter and the bitter and
Yep.
right there in the middle.
Goldilocks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has that good craft, like grape,
Yeah.
with the cider on the back end. That's nice. Wow.
Yeah. And you can kind of get those beer notes a little bit. It has a little more flavor.
Yeah. A
little more body to
Not so
it.
much wine, a little more beer.
Yeah. Yeah, because
You're right,
we
yeah.
have had a grape style cider, and it was very more on the wine
It
side.
can
of
lean
things.
to wine real quick. Yeah.
This
Oh,
one
yeah.
definitely leans more on the beer side of things. I like that
Yep.
a lot. It's really nice.
Yep. Yeah, my favorite is when, we get our Lapine born and raised Coors Light drinking guys. And they
Yeah.
come in saying,
Yeah.
I don't like hard cider. I'm not going to like any of this stuff. And then they end up having a sample,
Like,
usually of the grape or the pog. And then they're mug clubbers and they're
Okay,
drinking
that's
20 ounces
kinda
of cider at a
good.
time, a few times a week. So that's my favorite.
I can
on.
imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love seeing those turn.
I know. Converts. Converts are my favorite.
You need to make a sign of that.
I
Convert
know,
cider.
right? Converts welcome. Yeah, exactly.
All right. So where did Legend Cider start?
So it was a concept that my husband came up with, and he started just kind of making small batches for himself and for friends. We'd bring it to barbecues and things like that. And then it graduated to, maybe we could do something with this. Food carts in Central Oregon are very seasonal, as I'm sure you can imagine. So we were just super busy in the summer, and then in the winter we were just kind of barely getting by, and we were like, we need something that's more year-round. So we really are self-taught. I'm super impressed with the fact that my husband's been able to figure all of that out on his own. He's really, one of those Google
That's awesome.
Google brewers.
That's
but
cool.
but yeah, he's a super smart guy. He just taught himself how to make cider. Eventually grew to the point that we were able to bring on someone with more experience, and he now makes all of our cider for us. At this volume,
That's good.
it's more than a one-man show.
Oh yeah,
so-
definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just kind of following the need, following what the feedback that people have been giving us, trying just to make stuff that people are asking for and what the people want.
Awesome. How many years ago was that when you guys started to
Our first batch, I think, was
mess.
2016.
Oh wow. So not
Yeah.
about 10 years ago.
Yeah, and we own the company, just the two of us. We've never had a big investor or anything like that. So it's been a slow grow kind of a journey. But it's great because
That's
I
good.
think that people have really grown with us along the way. We have customers that started out at our North Lapine location when we first opened that in 2019. And I was pregnant behind the bar and bartending. I was our sole bartender until I could not fit behind the bar anymore. And then we hired our first bartender. So it's really a family business. And I mean, I had my 5-year-old daughter down here last night, and she was just jumping around,
running
saying
around.
hi to all the regulars that are her aunties and uncles. You know what I mean?
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, it's a family biz for
So
sure.
you have one child, two?
Just one.
Just one.
This is my second. The
Yeah.
second.
This is the
so,
second.
yeah.
This is your other
Definitely.
Two
baby.
babies. One
This
is a
your other
business
baby,
and one
yeah.
is a child.
Definitely
Yeah.
is pretty much like raising a child.
Exactly, it is. Yeah. As expensive too, I'm sure.
I can imagine.
All right, the name Legend Cider, where did that come from, and why did you guys come up with that name?
So, sit down and try and come up with a business name. It's not as
hard.
easy as it sounds. You come up with good ideas and then you got to Google it and make sure someone
Yeah.
else did. That happened to other cideries in the business. So we didn't want to follow that path.
Avid.
Yeah.
So we did a good job Googling all of our stuff. And we ended up going with Legend because we knew that we really wanted to pay homage to our home state. You know, there's less and less Native Oregonians living in Oregon these days.
I know.
Our place is so beautiful. Everyone wants to move here, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But as a result, we really wanted to lean into that, you know, born and raised in the Pacific Northwest, specifically Oregon. And so we were just kind of trying to come up with Oregon-like things. And I was thinking, you know, Oregon has so many legends. Like I'd love to tap into that. And then I was like, oh, the word legend itself, it's just kind of applicable to all kinds of different things.
I love it.
And it works well with my favorite tagline, which is "You are what you drink," and then our legend. So
Nice.
it's a good one. I'm pretty fond of it. Yeah.
And your logo's great. I absolutely love the logo.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I made it myself.
Yes, the
Awesome.
logo is.
My art degree is finally paying off. Take that, Mom, Dad.
That was my next question, actually. Did you go to school for anything cider or brewing?
Nope.
Just you guys just
Not
dove
even
in,
a little.
We're gonna try that.
Yep.
Just kind of started playing and just.
We weren't even home brewers before we started this journey, so we kind of are an anomaly.
To have cider this well from not
Right?
any history in the brewing world. It's like your parents weren't into it
Nope.
at all. It was just we're gonna start this and give it a
neither
shot.
of us were hard cider drinkers before we started this either. Like I honestly don't ever buy
You were the
hard
Coors Light
cider.
drinker.
Yeah, and I don't ever buy hard cider when I'm out and about, and it's not because I don't want to support my fellow cider companies at all. It's because it's not my thing. Like I like beer, you know. I like cocktails. So really, that's
I like it all.
Right. If it's in a cup, it's good
That's why
to
we're
go.
the beverage hunters.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
Beverage.
Right? Good for you. Good for you. So yeah, it really is a unique cider because of this perspective that we didn't come to it with this is how you do things, this is what you have to do, this is what you should do. We really looked at it with fresh eyes and a fresh perspective of like, we want to be cider drinkers, but we had to create what we wanted because it wasn't on the market at the time. And then it just kind of grew into what it is today.
So you kind of broke the rules a little bit and did your own thing.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, 90% of our customers probably don't drink cider anywhere else they go either because it's just it's almost like a different beverage somehow. Like, and it's always unfiltered, which started.
Yeah, that's what I was. Another thing I was
That's
gonna bring up.
to me, that's a plus.
Yeah, and you know, that came from a couple spots. One, it's a colonial recipe that we started with, so it's very basic. It's going down to like the beauty of what apple cider really was to our country. I mean, that was the first beverage. For 100 years, where that was the easiest, quickest thing for people to make. It was safe to drink when the water wasn't.
Right.
So, so it's kind of a nod to that colonial recipe, keeping it unfiltered. But it also came from the fact that we couldn't afford a filter. So we just did unfiltered cider because filters are expensive.
Fair enough.
So, and then at the point where we could get a filter, we thought to ourselves, this is how we like it. We like the fruit particulate. We like the feeling that you get after drinking a few of our ciders. You'll see that the buzz is really different. You guys just need to stick around all day and drink cider all day with me, and then let me know how you feel.
We will go live.
Yeah. We'll get you some GoPros for
There you
the
go.
rest of the day.
I got one in the car.
He's gonna put on his chest.
That'd be great. Yeah. So it's just one of those
Fantastic. Really
things.
cool.
We just really are in it to provide a beverage that is checking the box for folks and not necessarily just cider people.
Yeah.
That's great, 'cause that's what a lot of unique cideries it's what makes them unique is they go a little different direction. Everybody, and those are the ones that I like the most.
Yeah.
Like your guys's. There's a few others I can think of, but that aren't just doing we're just going to match the industries.
Right.
And it's not the industry.
Right. Forge our own path.
You've got to make your own
Exactly.
thing, and then you come up with something like this, which is really good. I love it.
Thank you. I'm glad you guys like it.
So you got second location.
Yes. And that was actually a cool story too. Being from Southern Oregon, it was on our radar, visit the parents, drop off some kegs kind of a situation out of works well logistically. But what was really cool about that location is that was a building that burnt down in the Almeida fire.
Yeah.
It burnt completely to the ground.
Yeah, the town of Talent was pretty much destroyed.
Oh, just so sad. And we actually were down there. My delivery driver was down there delivering kegs because we had been self-distributed this whole time until just the last couple months. But my driver was down in Southern Oregon, and he was like, hey, I can't get to Ashland. I'm in Medford. I can't get to Ashland. And I was like, what do you mean you can't get to Ashland? You're from there. Like, you should be able to figure this out. There's side roads.
Not
and
that
he's like,
difficult.
no, you don't understand. There's a big fire, and we are not
fire.
getting from Medford to Ashland
man.
today. So yeah, just a crazy experience to like see all that happen. But then this opportunity for this building came along that was going to be rebuilt. And I love the idea of, one, being in a building that had been burnt down to the ground, just the symbolism of that, like rising from the ashes. But also, I love that our tasting rooms are in these really small towns. Talent, Oregon.
Yeah.
You know, Lapine, Oregon. Like, most people haven't even heard of these places. But when you open a tap room, when you open a destination space like we do in those two places, you're bringing not only locals have a space to be, but also tourism.
Yeah, you're bringing a reason,
Yeah.
people a reason to go to those towns.
Yeah, so I'm like, downtown Portland, they can have it.
Yeah.
Downtown Bend, they've got enough cool places there. But when a small town comes along, that's what really, we're small town kids, and we know that those jobs are hard to come by, and places that are family friendly and safe and good prices. We try to keep our prices as reasonable as we possibly can.
Yeah.
Being aware that we're living in working communities.
Right.
So that's part of our mission as well. It's like one half is make great beverages, but the other half is be good people. And I think that's so important. And I think, whether people like our cider or not, I think we get a lot of support from that too.
Right.
We really tie in with our local communities. Like, fundraisers are a big thing for us. We don't advertise. You're not going to see a TV ad. You're not going to see a billboard from us. We're going to put those dollars into local communities. We're going to support school groups. We're going to do giving trees where you can, have your family that can't afford Christmas presents are going to get Christmas presents this year because of our customers being so generous.
Love it.
So I really feel super strongly, besides the cider aspect of it, I feel it's really important for small business owners to be advocates for their immediate community. There's enough need in each town that we're in that we don't even need to go 15 miles north or south. We can just keep the dollars where they are.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Yeah, guys, drink local, support local.
Yeah.
That's right.
Support local everything, baby.
Yep, I love it.
That's our motto.
All right, you guys got some merch and stuff back here. How kind of did you guys start that deal? That's pretty cool.
Well,
And a lot of glasses.
A lot of merch, a lot of great looking merch.
Again, just seeing a need that needed to be filled, and Lapine. Now we have some really cute boutiques that have moved in, but at the time that we opened, there was really no place to go buy a nice smelling candle for your girlfriend or anything like that. So I really leaned into that. I have more of a retail background, so that was kind of the expertise that I brought to the table. Besides my artistic abilities, was also my retail background. So I was like, okay, we're gonna have some cool stuff in here. So there's some gifts, a lot of things that are made locally. We have a local screen printer that we use. We use the boutique that moved into town does our leather patches and things.
Nice. So it's all local kind of product.
We try to really keep it, as close to home as we can. So it's just a nice addition. Plus, I like to get a buzz on and go shopping.
Right.
So
You just walk over here.
selfishly, I also wanted to provide that for my girls. So yeah.
That's fantastic.
And this is your best advertisement is right here.
There you go.
Yeah.
People, walking out with the merch.
Exactly. I know. I
Number one
almost
advertisement.
feel bad charging anybody anything to wear my logo, but
Yeah.
capitalism.
You still got to sell it.
Yeah. Someday we'll be rolling so well that we can be like, it's all free.
Yeah, have a t-shirt.
One of these days. Yeah.
All right, history of this building that you guys are currently in. When did this come about?
Yeah, so we were located on the north end of Lapine in a building that's probably not appropriate for what we were using it for, but it got us a start, so that was good. It sold unexpectedly, and with the new, we actually improved it. It sold for way more than it had previously sold for.
Gotcha.
So the new owners, of course, needed to make that money back. So they threatened some rent increases that we were not okay with, given the quality of the building. So we, long story short, started the search for a new facility, which when you make cider is not the easiest thing to do, and especially with having this small of a market. And it was really important to us to stay in La Pine. Not only did we have established employees that we wanted to retain, our home is here, but we also wanted to stay with our community. This is the customer base that got us through COVID, which was a scary time, especially we had opened in 2019, the tap room up in the north end of town. So those people were really rallying to keep us open then, and we thought, we can't just leave now if we don't have a spot to be. So we ended up looking for a building. We found one that was actually not this building, and started work on it, thought it would work, spoke to the powers that be, and they all said, yeah, everything looks good. And then about a month or two into work, found out that there was an invisible tax lot line that went through the middle of the building and caused it so that we could not occupy the space. So that was a heartbreak, and we had invested time and energy. We had painted it, which is huge when it's, I think the building itself, like the portion that we were going to occupy was like 3,000 square feet. So that's a lot of paint and a lot of, we installed a glass garage door for 12 grand, like all these things.
Jeez.
And so long story short, we were then back at square one and like, okay, what are we going to do? Like, the clock is ticking. We had to be out of our building on the north end of La Pine at a certain date. And that date kept ticking away closer and closer. And finally, we're like, we just have to pivot. We can't work with the county anymore on getting this lot line thing figured out. We just need to look for something new. So we ended up on the search, and this building was for sale, not for rent.
Oh, wow.
We were not in a position to buy this space since we had just gotten all of our big tanks and everything for the other building, custom made, that we thought we were going to be occupying. So they had been sitting on their sides for about a year as we were trying to figure everything out. So that was very expensive for us. So we ended up putting out the help flag, and a local realtor, commercial investor came along and said, I will buy the building for you because I believe in what you're doing and I support your cause. I think you guys are great people. So it was really like fairy godmother situation.
Nice.
And he was like, I really want to grow your brand. I'll buy this building, and we're going to look for other buildings for other tasting rooms down the road. So we are actively looking for a third tasting room space at this point too. So yeah, we're super lucky that we just paired up with someone who's just a really good human, and he bought this building for us. We got it all remodeled and opened up, and it's just been a killer space. Our last space was pretty small. The tasting room was pretty tiny, and we had a big outdoor space, which was great. But this is a huge indoor space. And without having occupied a space like this, I didn't realize how nice it is to have all the different gathering zones. We have a front room that's like a lodge space with a fireplace and sofas and TVs. So if you want to watch the game and you don't want to hear the live music, you can have that space. We have the Brew space, which we also rent out for parties, and we host events. We had line dancing in there last night. So it's a big open space that we can use. We've got holiday parties booked pretty much every weekend from now until the end of the year. And then we have our main tasting room space too, which is huge. And so you can have, family gathering of 15 people, and you don't even need to make a reservation, which is so nice. It's hard to find that in this town. And a space where kids can run around. They don't have to sit at the table. Like we have a kids play area, so it's very relaxed.
There's some games over there and stuff.
This place is very warm and welcoming.
Thank you.
I love the vibe coming out. I like the color. It keeps it just kind of just mellow.
The blue was it was a talk. I committed to blue, and I was like, I really want this warm blue, and everyone was like, that's a lot of blue, and I was like, I'm
that's a
doing
big
it.
commitment.
I'm doing it, and so I'm so glad it worked out, because that would have been the worst I told you so ever.
I know. I like the color. It keeps it kind of homey and warm. Real inviting vibe. I like that.
Yeah. Again, creating a space that I wanted to be is really the secret recipe. If you're trying to create a restaurant space, you just got to think, what do I like? I don't like lights that are super bright. I don't want to feel cold. There's a lot of you just got to put yourself in your customer's shoes, and that really helps to bring the space together.
Yeah.
Perfect. Food-wise, you were just telling us about this new deli.
Best food. Yes. So we are just welcoming, last week, Josie K's Deli opened. I think they were voted like best sandwich in Central Oregon last year, I'm pretty sure. How I describe Josie K's is it's the sandwiches that your mom would make you. Like,
cool.
You know, it's mom sandwiches.
Dave, that
it's
sounds good.
really good.
Yeah.
And the owners really care about their customers. They really care about the ingredients. And so they don't put bad stuff out. It's really, really good stuff. So deli sandwiches, they're going to have take and bake lasagnas at some point, chili, hot dogs, stuff like that, comfort food. And then we also have 2 food carts on site, you know, having been food cart owners ourselves.
Yeah.
And the same for our talent location.
Right.
We have 3 food carts there.
Nice.
Another part of the business that really is meaningful to me is being a location where we can support other small businesses.
Yeah.
Again, that hyper local. You know, when you're in a position like this where you can have food carts and you can offer space for people to sell their wares, I think it's really important to offer that at a reasonable price.
Yeah.
So our food carts here in Ent Talent, they pay $500 a month for their spot. It's really reasonable. I've heard of other food cart places being in the thousands.
Oh man.
Which, you know, I'm sure they're fancier and they have the better utility hookups and all that stuff that we don't offer. We just have a space and we, you know, offer the utilities that we can. But I am happy to be able to offer that to other small business owners, because I've been in that position where I need the rent to be fair or I'm not going to be able to stay open.
Yeah, it's hard for a lot of these to find a good permanent location.
Yeah, and I think with the rise of the food cart scene, people have gotten a little greedy and have, you know, found that that's going to be their source of income. Is I'm going to put in 5 food carts and I'm going to charge them all a few $1,000s. I'm going to pay my entire mortgage that way. And I'm like, no, we're here to sell cider. We're here to sell drinks.
Yeah.
Support
That's how we're going
everything
to,
local.
Support.
Exactly.
That's
so
great.
our food carts are Chubby Duck, which is a build your own Italian, super delicious. And Del Mago food cart, El Buen Saison Del Mago, which means the spice of the wizard, I want to say. Authentic, from scratch, Mexican, so delicious. Big menus at each of them, so lots of options.
Man.
Guys, so you have a lot of options for food here, not just the cider. And like I was telling you earlier, it's nice to be able to have a separate entity taking care of food, so that's not on your shoulders.
Yeah.
You can just focus on making great cider.
Exactly.
And in turn, like supporting everything else
And the
local.
customer service.
Customer service now is, that's great. That's awesome.
Thank you.
All right, Dave, you got anything else for this part?
I can't think of anything else right now.
All right, guys, that means it's time to go to the cider side, the brewing side, and talk some cider talk. So
Sounds good.
let's go do it. All right, folks, we are now on the brewing side or cider making side. What do you guys call it? Brewing?
I mean, I'm
Cider
guilty
making?
of calling it brewing a lot because that sounds a lot better than cider making. But technically, there's no brewing in cider because brewing is hot liquid, all those things, and we are actually a winery.
That's right.
Yeah, our
Yeah.
license is as a winery, so it's more that process.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, so cider making.
Brewer
side
sounds
of
cool
things.
though,
Sounds way more.
and people know what it is.
When you see tanks like that, you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's brewing.
Yeah, close enough.
All right, so how many ciders do you guys keep on tap and pretty much all year round?
Yeah, so typically we have 8 ciders on tap.
Okay.
Some of those stick around all year, some of them rotate. We probably have like 15 flavors in rotation.
Wow.
Some are kind of more summery, some are a little more wintry. We're kind of small batch, so it's also just depending on what customers are asking for and what clients are asking for.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, and distribution side of things, do you guys can, bottle? or just kegs?
At
We
the
got some kegs.
moment, actually, we have kind of a cool distribution story. If you're up for that,
Do tell.
Do tell.
Yes.
So we have been self-distributed since the beginning, which has been really cool, but also really hard.
Yeah.
It can be.
There's a lot to it.
Can be.
My husband would drive all over the state, dropping off kegs himself. I would be driving with him. So we put in the hours and the miles for sure. Fast forward to earlier 2025, we actually had Western, which is Anheuser-Busch, approach us.
Okay.
And they had taken note of the type of people that we are and the type of product that we make. And I thought it was really cool because they had come forward saying, one of our flagship brands is 10 Barrel. And 10 Barrel's had some drama in the last few years. Anheuser-Busch no longer owns 10 Barrel, but a lot of the public perception is that Anheuser-Busch is the reason for all the changes at 10 Barrel, which we don't all believe in, the firing of the brewers and things like that. So anyway, Anheuser-Busch came to us and said, we really want to show that we care about small business and that we want to support small brands too. And you guys and what you're doing would be really cool to bring into our portfolio, and we'd like to help you grow. So they came to us and put us, into their distribution packet, which is kind of exciting because they actually own all the brands that they distribute except for us and now 10 Barrel, who they used to own. So it's exciting. It's a cool opportunity for us that I did not see coming.
No, I would be kind of.
Yeah, but great partnership. And
why are you talking to me?
And we thought long and hard. Trust me, it was not an easy decision.
No, it wouldn't be.
But what really won us over is that all the people that we've worked with at Western, they've been awesome people and so supportive and so helpful, and they truly want us to succeed. And I just am so grateful for the opportunity that they've given us. And we were able to, we had tried for years to get our product to Portland, to Salem, all these places. I got emails every week from people that own bars around the state, and they're saying, hey, I would like to get your cider. I tried it when I was on vacation in Central Oregon or Southern Oregon. And it's been really frustrating to not have the ability to get our cider statewide. And so partnering with Western was a really important step.
It is
huge.
That's
And
really exciting.
overnight, we're, any bar in Oregon, you can request Legend Cider. They can deliver. I think there's a small pocket in Portland where Western doesn't distribute, but it's, the rest of it is fair game. So that's really exciting for us. Yeah.
Really cool of them to do that. And it's great to see them moving towards the more local,
Absolutely.
smaller groups, and I hope they keep it up
And
because
supporting
I hope so,
them.
too.
and
That's
not-
important.
Supporting them and not trying to buy them up and
Totally.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're,
And then
they're
selling
helping
to
us
some
grow.
other big company.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's been it's a cool opportunity, and yeah, I mean, we always go to the Hood River Cider Fest, kind of just because
Sweet.
we like Hood River and we want to go to that cider fest. But
Hopefully we'll be there soon.
Yeah,
I'll be there
Oh,
myself.
it's so
So
good.
good.
Oh, you have to go. It's the best cider fest. But we, after leaving that fest each year, we always are like, oh man, we can't, distribute any. Well, it's just difficult to distribute
Right, that's a
everywhere.
long
So
hours of driving. And,
so it's an exciting partnership. Trying to revamp the whole production system and meet demand without ruining our quality.
Right.
So that's always a challenge, but it's been a fun journey so far.
good.
It's exciting.
It's
So
Yeah.
canning and stuff, is that in the future?
Yes, so that they're going to help us get to that point as
Awesome.
well. It's really important that we are in grocery stores.
Yeah.
And our customers want that really badly. At this point, we haven't done so because our recipe does not include any preservatives. It's juice and yeast. So that is why you're only finding us on draft right now.
Makes sense.
Fair enough.
So we're
Okay.
working on a formula that tastes the same, feels the same, which is really
Good.
important to me
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
ingredients are important and we do not need toxic shit in our bodies.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
I'm not sure
Finally.
say
No,
that
no,
on your
no.
show, but
Trust me. You should go back and watch some of our previous videos recently.
yes.
We
Nice.
love, because we have a daily review show, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
every day. We tear apart companies that do a terrible job and say they're doing a good job. We tear them apart.
Yeah.
And a lot of it has
like
to do
that.
with being organic, natural, not natural flavors, but like natural
Yeah.
fruit ingredients
Yep.
without piling yourself full of
Yep.
toxic, nasty
Yep.
garbage, right?
Well, and that's where all of our flavors are actually juice. They're not,
See, that's-
you know, that's
Yeah.
It's not 2% juice?
See, yeah, we
No.
dealt with one of
Okay.
this recently. We're not dropping any names
I
on
will.
this.
Angry Orchard.
oh, well,
We're not
yeah.
dropping any names.
That's not really cider. That's apple soda,
See,
right?
Thank
When
you.
it
That's
says-
what we
when
were
there-
saying.
When you say you are a hard cider, and it says plain and simple in your ingredients, contains less than 2% of apple juice from concentrate.
Wild. That's wild.
And we just happened to, so we were reviewing the pack, and we just happened to read it.
Yeah, if you want to
and we were
become
like,
the number one cider company in the nation, that's how you do it.
Exactly. So
Not willing.
I think
Thank
I
you.
think Americans and a lot more communities are kind of waking up to that fact
Yeah.
because you're seeing a lot more craft get more get out there more, and more people are enjoying the real thing
Yeah.
from places
Yeah.
like
There's
this.
a huge difference.
Oh,
I mean,
huge.
you drink a 6-pack of Angry Orchard and tell me how you feel compared to a, 6 of our pints.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
big, huge difference.
It's going to be real
gonna
different.
be,
And
yeah.
we were excited because that was the first time that it really clicked for us in that video. It was like, wow, we just had some amazing small craft ciders, and then we had this one next, and we were like, this is
Yeah.
soda, like you were saying. It's like soda pop.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not authentic.
Yeah.
So I love it. I hope I'm excited to see the canned stuff and how you guys keep that same flavor.
Yeah.
Maybe
you
it
can do
changes
that.
a little bit. It's not bad, but
We're
keeping
really
it that craft.
Yeah,
flavor.
that's why it's taking us so long, and I know folks are getting impatient and they're like, I want to
Well,
go buy you at
yeah.
Safeway, and we're like, believe us, we want you to go buy us at Safeway too.
No kidding.
But I mean, that comes down to the core of like when you own a business, you can either decide to throw your customers' experience out the door and just chase the dollar so that you can just keep getting more customers who don't know any better. Or you can treat your base customer right
Yeah.
and give them something that's not garbage.
And that's how
You know?
legends are.
Because
made.
your number one customers is right here.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
absolutely.
all, and always will be.
Yeah.
Always will be.
Yeah.
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 A local community.
Yeah. For
I mean,
sure.
we've dealt with some places that do zero distribution, except for
Yeah.
maybe a couple kegs
Right.
here.
Yeah.
But they're doing wonderful.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Because people will come to Mecca.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They are the
for
destination.
Sure, for sure. So we're excited now with this partnership with Western to be able to say yes and. We want to. We're providing 8 flavors at least at both tap rooms. Western has 5 flavors right now. They're probably going to take on 2 more. It's one of those things
Awesome.
where we've had bars that I've never been to that are like, we've been through all 5 flavors. What else you got? And we're like, okay, well, we'll
Okay,
keep
that's
sending
awesome.
you some more
Yeah.
stuff.
Fantastic.
So
Yeah.
just keeping that customer experience really high is super important to us. But that's why it's
awesome.
taking us so long.
I love it.
We'll
And
get there.
take your time. That's
Yeah.
everyone watching. It takes time for
It does.
greatness,
It
for
does.
legends.
Yes.
For
It
legends,
takes
yes.
time.
You
So-
don't become a legend overnight.
Yeah, totally.
well, maybe with legend cider, almost overnight.
Yeah, you'll feel
In
like
some
one, maybe.
circles, doesn't feel like it at the time, but
Yeah.
it gets there. How about seasonal stuff? What
Yeah.
kind of seasonal ciders do y'all making?
Yeah, so we do, we've had a peach cobbler in rotation, which is our peach
Ooh.
cider with some cinnamon. We're out of that right now, so what a tease am I. We have the cranberries back on for winter.
Sweet. All right.
Good.
We don't do a lot of like the super seasonal like pumpkin and things like that. We
Okay.
haven't really gotten into, I mean, honestly, the situation that we've been in is even while we were self-distributed, everything that we made sold before it was made. So we've been
Gotcha.
in this predicament, which is great because it's like, everybody loves us. But
Yeah.
on the flip side, we've been like, okay,
There's
we
no time for.
Can't get this,
this
out
little mom and
fast
pop
enough.
can't make enough stuff to do R&D, to do experimental stuff. It's like, no, we need that product.
Yeah.
Like we can't
Right.
set aside gallons of whatever to
Right.
have it not go out to the people. So we're, with this partnership with Western, I think that we'll eventually get to a point, we're still trying to scramble to meet their orders and their demand, but I think that will eventually get us to the point where we can do more fun, different flavors. We will still stay true to our roots and the recipe that's been working for us forever, which is juice inspired. We don't do a spicy cider. We don't do a lot of these
Right.
other
Yeah.
like botanical things. And honestly, I think that there's other companies that are just nailing it with that
Yeah,
kind of thing.
that's
So
good.
if you want like a juniper cider, I mean, Bend Cider has like great
Right.
stuff
Yeah.
Leave it to them for that,
customer.
and we'll go a different way.
Exactly.
Wildcraft is another one that does stuff like that too.
Totally.
They do a great job.
Totally. So we're kind of looking at the cider market as we don't want to become something that we're not.
No,
If
right,
there's
no.
not a need for that, if they stop satisfying a need for something, then sure, we'll take a look at it. But at this point, it's a nice coexistence that we are so different from all these other cideries, and we kind of have our niche and we just stick to that, and it's what our customers like. So we're at this point we don't have any plans for any like crazy way out there flavors, but you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know.
Never know.
Yeah.
So how long does it take to make a cider?
Oh gosh.
From day one to putting it in the
From
cake?
juice to that.
My brewer and my husband are gonna watch this and be like, she didn't say that, right? Again, staying in my lane.
Sorry for putting her on
Front
the
of
spot.
house, but if I had to grab a number out of the sky, no. I do know that when the tanker arrives, it takes about 10 to 12 days for our base to be ready to go. That goes in these big tanks back
Okay.
here.
Big tanks.
Yeah, so those get filled up every tanker round. We fill those guys up. And then I want to say it's, a day or two of carbonation and secondary, which is secondary is the fruit flavor that you're getting.
Yeah.
It's more fruit juice. So, it's within 2 weeks. We
Okay.
can flip a load around, which is really nice because
That's
that's a
pretty
quick turn time compared
Yeah.
to beer and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And wine.
Cool. Well, that's
Yeah, exactly.
not as long as I originally thought. So that's great.
Yeah.
Collaborations. Do you guys do any collaborations? Is there any in the future?
We haven't yet, but I feel like that is something that has been simmering for a long time. Being the beer drinker cider, another part of our business world that I'm really enjoying is that we have really close relationships with a lot of the breweries here in town.
Awesome.
Nice.
I was talking to you guys earlier about Up Liquids that just opened up. That is
Yeah.
probably a spot where we would, look to do a partnership with them at some point. We
Yeah.
love Sun River Brewery, Bridge 99, Spider City, Wild Ride. We have so many friends in the industry.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's something, again, when we're able to satisfy the demand, because at this point we're still focused, eye on the prize,
Yeah. I
bet.
fulfill the
Yeah.
purchase order is number one. But once
Exactly.
we're able to kind of mess around and do some fun things, I
Yeah.
think that that's really interesting to us.
Awesome.
We do
Cool.
a lot of beer and cider mixing
Oh, really?
with our taps.
I'm gonna have to try that.
We'll do some snake bites. We'll do some. We
right.
did a dark beer. I want to say was a porter with our raspberry cider. Oh, chocolate
right.
and raspberry.
You guys probably already seen it because it comes out. Well, we're gonna do a flight video, so I think we'll have to try something like that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I've never.
We have fun.
I've never.
Yeah. And again, we're not originally cider people, so we don't even know what the rules are.
Exactly.
So
There is no
we're
rules.
just breaking them left and right, just pouring cider
When you're a
into
legend,
beer.
there are
Yeah.
no rules.
Exactly. So we have a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, and we've seen recently, seems like a little bit more often, some of the cideries have been, teaming up and collabing with
Yeah.
breweries.
Yeah, Two
Yeah.
Towns and Cold Fire did
Yeah,
one.
and then
this
Two
year.
Towns did one with, rest in peace, Rogue.
Oh, I know.
Last year, the Nice and Neat, which was wonderful. There was the
Yeah.
Bad Apple
Yeah,
aged
we
in
tried
the
that.
in the
fun.
Dead Guy whiskey
Yeah.
barrels.
Yeah.
That was so good.
Ooh,
Yeah.
speaking of barrels, are you
Yeah.
guys going to do any
Barrel aging.
aging stuff? Is
So
that,
again,
in the future, yeah,
same
in the
answer.
future.
I would love to as soon as we have time and product that we can set aside.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, we do support the barrel age vibe. We're doing a barrel
Awesome.
age beer fest coming up here on the 22nd. But we, that's another thing that we would love to look into. I'm not inspired to do high ABV imperials.
Okay.
I think a lot of other cider companies are doing that just fine. I also don't think that, I think that the customer base is wanting less ABV, not more.
Yeah.
At this time. Give it a few months, who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
Leave a
exactly.
comment on that topic. Let us know your thoughts.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
more interested right now. I love barrel age myself. I love to sip on it.
Yeah,
And
that's
could be that we're
that's
headed
my
into the
number one eye catcher.
holidays. So yeah, that could be part of why I'm feeling kind of barrel agey these days.
Yeah.
But I think that the opportunity for us is going to be more doing like a 4% cider. We have a lot of folks that are digging seltzers. We're kind of interested in dipping our toe into those waters as
Yeah.
well. Those sparkly waters.
Yeah.
Well, this
so
area
that's
too is
another-
very outdoorsy.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
fishing during the summertime.
Yep.
You got the
hiking.
Deschutes River. You got all the lakes around here.
And our culture in Central Oregon starts drinking at 3. Like, that's what we do here,
3 o'clock.
So you can't start
Okay, 3
with...
o'clock. I thought at 3 years
No,
old.
not
I'm
3 years old.
whoa.
No,
Well, yeah,
Legend
yeah.
Cider does
Sparkling
not
water.
condone 3-year-olds drinking anything.
Parts of Lapine might be 3 a.m. I mean, or 3 years old, or 3-year-old at 3 a.m.
I mean, my 5-year-old is here, but she's getting juice boxes.
Okay.
Juice
not
box.
really.
Yeah, that's
Legend
good. That's
Cider
good.
juice box.
Yeah. And on that topic too, I mean, so
In
offering, our 6% is like as high ABV as we like to go for that reason that we want people to be able to drink responsibly and not
Right.
put a pint of 9% cider. I mean, we had a friend who went out to the golf course, and us not being in cans, she got a pint of us on draft, and then when she went out golfing, she had a few cans in her golf cart, drank them, and is like, why can't I golf anymore? And it was because it was Imperial cider, and I'm like, this is 9%, doesn't belong on the golf course, it's way too much. So, it's again, thinking of the customer experience from the perspective of you're putting something in front of them that they're going to put in their bodies. How does the rest of their day go?
Love
Like
it.
that is actually on our mind. So that's why we're like, okay, 6% is good. If someone's looking for a higher, ABV something, we have options, but this is what we do. This is what we put out in the world right now.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, that's one thing I talk about all the
6
time.
is a good number.
Is low ABV, lighter things that are crushable.
Yep.
And you're not going to just get smashed on 2 pints.
Yeah.
So I like the 4% thing. That'll be interesting. I'm excited to try that.
Yeah, I am too. I think that'll be fun.
That'll be great.
Yeah.
Dave, you got anything else?
I can't think of anything else.
Awesome. All right, you got anything else? Any final words?
We just would love to see all your viewers at one of our tasting rooms. We're real fun. We got fun events.
Yeah, we will be back with the premiere party.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys are watching this right now. So hi, everybody. Thanks for
Hi.
coming out. This is great.
Yeah, thank you.
Real quick though, events also, live music. Is that something that you guys do a lot of, or kind of?
We do some. We like to support local, they're very local bands that tend to be our vibe. We do a lot more with fundraisers.
Okay.
I'm getting the vibe that it's okay to say this. I smoke a lot of weed.
You can say what you want.
So I come up with a lot of really fun kind of out of the box events.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we do, we have makers markets every other Sunday where this whole room is full of local vendors.
Nice.
We do cookie contests all through the end of the year, which is, last Sunday we had 8 or 9 chocolate chip cookies that were baked by local folks.
Okay.
And everybody got to taste little samples of cookies and stuff. So we kind of lean a little more into like our creative and fun events.
Yeah, and if you look at their Facebook page, it's kind of fun because
Kinda out there.
it says Legend Cider, but you see just about everything but cider.
Right? One of these days we're going to hire a marketing company. That's
Once
still
in a while,
is
it's like,
DIY.
oh, okay, they do have cider.
I know. But I mean, that again goes back to the fact that we've really leaned into like, yes, this is an important part of our business, these big tanks and the distribution and all the things that we're doing to make cider. That's why we're here. But we are so important to the communities that we are in.
Yeah, because
So
your
that's really
Facebook,
what
what you
it
post on your
is.
Facebook really shows how
Yeah.
community strong
Yeah.
this place is.
Yeah.
Which is, that really caught my attention. and
Yeah.
It made me really look forward to coming here.
Yeah, I kind of would almost rather have it that way, that people are here because this is the heart and the soul of the town. I call this Lapine's living room. And
I love it.
I would like it that they are drawn to us because we are doing a fundraiser for someone in their dentist office or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
We're doing a team fundraiser for their kids' sports team. I'd rather that they come in for something like that and then they try the cider and they're like, oh, that's pretty good. Like, I think I'm going to stick around and keep drinking this. Like, that is how I like it to go.
I love that.
Love
Yeah.
it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Guys, this has been a great episode. Really cool, community-focused cidery here in Lapine, Oregon. So, hey, if you're over here, passing through, stop in. If you already live nearby in Central Oregon,
Yeah.
Yes.
come on over and check
Put
it
us
out.
on your beer rotation
Yeah.
on your Central Oregon trip to go visit the breweries if you want to mix it up
Yes.
for a day. I mean, it's beautiful scenery out here. The mountains, the vistas of the mountains are great. Paulina is a stone's throw away,
Yeah.
mountain lakes. So we're located in a really cool spot.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
spot
It is
here.
beautiful. So, follow them on their social media. Come on out, say hi, tell them Beverage Hunter sent you. And for that, that's it. Drink local, support local. We will see you somewhere in the future. Who knows where we're going to be next. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for coming, guys.
You bet.
Appreciate it.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.